Mga kaibigan, mga kapipidi, mga ka-wrestling at mga ka-podcast, gusto niyo bang malaman kung paano kami nakikipag-collab sa mga brands in the MT Show podcast? We use Podmetrics, the easiest way to monetize your podcast. If meron kang podcast, sign up now at podmetrics.co and use my code DMTGShowPod to get full control on how you monetize your show regarding of its size. Again, sign up now at podmetrics.co and use my code DMTGShowPod. If you're an advertiser who wants to collab with us, head on over to advertiser.podmetrics.co and fill up the form. Again, Podmetrics, the easiest way to monetize your podcast. Welcome to your unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This is the MTG Show Podcast. Hey, it's Thursday and you know what that means. Welcome to your unfiltered commentary, wrestling commentary, and reactions, episodes, and welcome to Attention to Detail. Before we start this episode, visit our new website. That's the MTG Show Podcast, that podcastpage.io for more wrestling discussions. And of course, yung typical natin na Team Song Tuesdays ay doon na natin ilalapag sa ating pong website. So again, that's the MTG Show Podcast, that podcastpage.io. Ano yan? Parang website siya na merong video player, audio player kung saan pwede nyo rin mapakinggan yung mga episodes ng podcast. And pwede nyo rin mapakinggan yung iba pang episodes from the past. Hindi nyo na kailangan ng mga accounts from Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, or kahit ano. Consider ko siya as an alternative for those platforms. Also, napapakinggan pa rin tayo sa mga platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, sa The MTG Show Podcast app, and syempre doon sa website natin. That's the MTG Show Podcast, that podcastpage.io. So, di na ako papatagal, masyadong mahaba yung intro natin. We are going to talk about SmackDown 2016. So, pag naiisip ko tong SmackDown 2016 na to, it reminds me of lot of things. It reminds me of Heath Slater, it reminds me of AJ Styles, yung rise niya dito. It reminds me of Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley. It reminds me of something. Marami akong naalala dito. And lalo na yung rise na Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch. Napakadaming moments na nangyari here in 2016. Sa Raw naman, na gagawan din natin ng gantong episode, marami ding nangyari. So, like Kevin Owens, yung rise ni Seth Rollins, then yung rise ni Rusev, rise ni napakadaming talents na nag-rise here in 2016 hanggang 2017. I think, if I'm not mistaken, SmackDown over Raw. Yun ang nakikita ko in my perspective. But if you are a fan during this 2016 era, napakaswerte mo dahil napanood mo is a Mauro, solid commentary ng SmackDown before. Pero bago yan, pag-uusapan muna natin yung parang naging history and magme-memory lane tayo. So, syempre wala akong script as usual. Expect nyo na may mali ako dito. If ko ano yung natandaan ko lang sa utak ko, yun lang talaga yung mention ko dito. So, expect nyo ng medyo Alam mo yun na, typical na attention to detail, napaka-random, pero pwede ko yun ma-share sa inyo for some stuff lang. So, start na tayo. So, 2016 nga, ito yung year, I think, ng SmackDown na puro pre-taped. Pre-taped yung mga episodes na tinitape after ng Raw, and then tinitape din nila yung SmackDown for Thursdays and Friday ata nung una. And then, nag-announce ang WWE na they are going to move SmackDown from ano bang channel yun? Nakalimutan ko, baka ano yun yung Hulu ata yun, or Sci-Fi. Basta ganun, yun ang naalala ko. And then, in-announce nila doon na i-move nila yung show from that channel to USA. Sa 2016, I think, nangyari na yun. And then, habang nakita tayo ng mga improvements from after WrestleMania 32, naiisip din ng WWE na overflow na yung roster nila. And overflow na din yung Monday night. Madalas, nakikita lang natin ng Monday night is the WWE Championship with Roman Reigns holding the title. And then, yung storylines mostly of the time ay nandun sa Raw. Yung SmackDown is parang nagiging tambayan lang ng mga B talents, yung mga talents na hindi nila maagamit sa Raw. Ito yung ginagawa nilang tambayan. But May of 2016 or June, in-announce ng promotion na they're going to have a draft on July 19, 2016. And that draft, I think, is yun yung nagbago sa landscape halos ng SmackDown since 2002. And ito rin yung date na in-announce nila na magkakaroon na ng live ang SmackDown sa USA nga, na 2-hour show na live. Tapos, live na nga, every Tuesdays. So, ito na nga yung nangyari. Nagkaroon nga ng draft. Basically, Dean Ambrose defeated Roman and Seth Rollins to retain his WWE Championship. At that time, nag-cash in nga si Ambrose kay Rollins. And then, nadala niya na sa SmackDown yung championship. Yung Raw naman, in the other hand, pinik nila si Rollins and si Reigns. So, ando na sila. Ang pinagkaiba lang talaga nila is mas marami yung nakuha ng Raw in terms of quality. Quantity yun. Pero yung quality napunta sa SmackDown. They got AJ Styles, John Cena, they got Randy Orton, they got Ambrose nga. They got a lot of talents, especially Becky Lynch. They got her as well as the number 1 pick for women. Napakadaming nangyari during that time. And yung isa pang important storyline of that era is kay Heath Slater, yung pre-agent era. I love that story. And then, move on tayo. After noong draft, and then, yun nga, yung nag-umpisa na rin dito yung mga branded exclusive pay-per-views noong September. That's Backlash, I think. And nag-umpisa na rin dito yung walang pakialaman ng brands. Basta as long as SmackDown ka lang. Pag Raw ka lang. Ganon na ang maganda sa SmackDown and Raw on 2016. Unlike last year, nung made brand split, parang pointless yung parang ang lalaan ng brand split, parang gumulo lalo. So, balik tayo ulit. So, bago yung draft, balik muna tayo ng konti. So, ang naging general manager of SmackDown on that time was Daniel Bryan, and then yung commissioner is Shane McMahon. Which is a plus, oo. Kasi ito rin yung nag-introduce sa Land of Opportunity na nagra-run pa rin, I think, on SmackDown. Ewan ko. So, ganun nga. So, kaya nga na-introduce yung SmackDown Tag Titles and SmackDown Women's Championships dahil nga na nangyari sa draft. Charlotte and New Day brought the titles to Raw, and ang resulta nun, they renamed the title to Raw Women's and Tag Team Titles respectively. And then yun na nga, ginawa na nga yung counterpart, which is the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And then, sa SmackDown naman, dito na rin nag-umpisa yung rise ni Heath Slater. Simula doon sa post-drop episode na naghahanap na si Heath Slater ng brand na pwede niyang puntahan. And wow, what a moment. Like, man, Heath Slater can stole the show. And yung kay Brock Lesnar, kay Heath Slater, wow, man. I like that moment. But we're going to talk about that soon. Pero for now, we're going to stick with the SmackDown brand. So, dito rin nangyari yung napakadaming storylines like AJ Styles versus Cena in a one-on-one match of SummerSlam. Nagkaroon din ng moment si Dolph Ziggler na nakalaban niya nga si Ambrose for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. And then, si Apollo Crews nag-rise din dito kasi na-push siya in a match versus The Miz at SummerSlam. And then yung iba pang storylines like Brock versus Orton. And yung sa women's, yung 6-woman tag. And then, list tayo ng konti. After na ng SummerSlam, inintroduce nga ng SmackDown yung women's and tag team titles nila. And so, si Heath Slater, lumabas siya. And then, gusto niya ng brand. Parang, he wants a brand. Then, oo. And ang na-realize ni Shane and ni Brian dito, number 1, wala siyang brand. Number 2, hindi siya part ng roster. Parang ganun. Wala siyang tag team partner din. And yun nga, naghanap nga siya ng partner until the end of the night. And he got Rhino. And natapos nila yung tournament. Yun nga yung nangyari. And then Becky Lynch became your first SmackDown Women's Champion until na-drop nga kay Alexa Bliss. Kasi yun na rin yung naging rise niya for the women's division. Tapos naman, also, dito na rin nag-umpisa yung storyline ni Dean Ambrose and ni AJ Styles. Also, pumasok din si Cena sa scenario nila, but after nun, lumabas din siya sa story. And then, dito rin nag-umpisa yung story ni Randy Orton and ni Bray Wyatt, na kung saan sila rin ang nag-main event ng No Mercy pay-per-view noong 2016. So, balik tayo sa No Mercy. Bago yon, di ba nag-promo nga si The Miz na gagawin niyang relevant yung Intercontinental Championship? And he did. He defended the title at No Mercy. He defended din at Backlash. And then, na-defend na rin sa TLC in different occasions. Kasi na-drop, naging champion ata si Dolph noon. Naging champ din si Dolph. Kasi career versus title, medyo cliche na rin yun, pero still. And then, balik tayo sa memory lane din natin. After na nung No Mercy, nagkaroon na nga, yun na nga ganon, parang meron ng 5-on-5 na in-announce for Survivor Series. And then, naghahanda na SmackDown right after that No Mercy pay-per-view. Which is, na-introduce tayo sa pagkatao ni James Ellsworth. Doon na rin nag-umpisa yung pagpasok kay James Ellsworth. And nandito na rin nag-umpisa yung matches ni AJ Styles versus James Ellsworth. And parang kung ngayon siya gagawin, parang ang weird na. Pero on 2016 SmackDown siguro, napaka-nostalgic niya tong story na to. Pero but I love it. I love that story. And ang kaso lang nag-end yung story by na natalo din si Ambrose dito. So, balik tayo. Yan nga, Survivor Series. Ang naging Survivor Series team dito is Shane, si Styles, si Ambrose, si Wyatt, at saka si Randy. Si Randy rin pala ay nakasama na sa The Wyatt family since nag-turn nga siya kay Kane. And then, ayun, napasama nga siya during the build-up to Survivor Series. And then, Hell in a Cell pala nung Raw, naalala ko. Yun din ang first Hell in a Cell match for women, naalala ko. Pero, saka na natin pag-uusapan yan. So, naman sa SmackDown, yun nga, naghahanda na sila ng 5-on-5 bawat division. That's women's, men's, and yung sa tag teams. And ang nangyari kasi dito, yung sa women's muna, tatakal natin. May umatake kay Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella is supposed to be the captain of the team. And nagpe-feud nga si Nikki and si Carmella. And parang ang nagsisisihan dito ay yung dalawa. And then si Natalya pumasok sa eksena. And then si Natalya kasi yung coach, I think. She is the coach of that time. And then ayan, siya na yung tumuloy ng match until tumakbo na nga yung storyline na si Natalya yung attacker dahil hindi na daw magiging kadate si John Cena. Hindi na daw sila magkakaanak with John Cena. And nagkatotoo nga. Pero balik tayo doon sa story ha. Kasi medyo mano pa. Survivor Series, nanalo SmackDown sa men's, sa tag teams, hindi ata. And then sa women's, I think, Raw na nanalo doon. Raw din. Tapos nun is, yung highlight kasi ng episode na to is actually, ang highlight nitong Survivor Series na to is hindi yung tag team match. Was Brock versus Goldberg ng Raw. So, medyo, I think, in my opinion lang, nasapawan ng Brock versus Goldberg yung supposed to be the highlight of the event ng Survivor Series na to. Pero, in the same day din, I think, medyo naging effective yung marketing nila for Goldberg and Brock. Excuse me. And then, yun namang kay sa 5-on-5 men's Survivor Series traditional series match, ang ganda ng execution nila, medyo slow lang nung umpisa. And ang naging highlights nitong match na to is basically yung eliminations ni Braun Strowman and then yung reunion ng The Shield na kasama sila Roman and si Rollins since naging turncoat nga si Ambrose dito, tinraider niya yung SmackDown. Ganun na nangyari. Ang saya. Basta ang saya nung SmackDown na to sa traditional 5-on-5. And then, si Orton and si Wyatt yung mga survivors. And then, yun na nga, yun na yung nag-umpisa yung story na parang magiging servant si Orton and then si Wyatt yung master. Tapos naalala ko na din dito yung rise nga ni Alexa Bliss until TLC. And then yung TLC nga, nag-crown na rin sila ng new tag team champions which is Orton and Wyatt. Tapos, dito na rin na-retain yung WWE Championship kay Ambrose and yung ladder match kay Miz. And then, konti pa na memory lane, didiretso na tayo hanggang Superstar Shakeup. So, 2017, maganda yung umpisa natin ng SmackDown, which is Jon Moxley or Dean Ambrose defeated The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship dahil nga may storyline na tumatakbo na naging kadate yung pagtabi daw sa kama ni Renee Young and si Maryse pumasok na rin sa eksena for the storyline. Naglabanan nga yung dalawa sa backstage, I think. And then, suddenly, na dito na rin nagbutas yung story na Natalya attacked Nikki Bella. Inamin niya yun. And dito na rin natapos yung story ni Carmella and Nikki. Carmella and Nikki, for me, that storyline, superb, okay lang. Pero, maasa ako ng improvements nun. And then, next natin, yung Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, nireveal niya na sa isang steel cage match na inatake, nagbalik nga rin dito si Mickie James and inatake niya si Becky. Yun na nga, nag-umpisa na yung story na nag-aatakahan na yung dalawa hanggang makarating yung rematch and natalo pa rin si Becky doon dahil doon sa 2-on-1 advantage. Sa main attraction naman ng SmackDown at that time, ito na yung pag-usbong ulit ng John Cena versus AJ Styles. And ang goal ni Cena dito is to become a 16-time world champion. And yung match na yon para sa akin is not the best match for the trilogy na tinatawag nila. Pero na-deliver nila tong match na to. For me, di-deliver nila tong Styles versus Cena match na to. Pero hindi ko masasabing best match yun of that trilogy. If I'm going to rank the trilogy, baka SummerSlam, the Money in the Bank, and then itong Rumble. Hindi man, close lang. Parang ganun. And then, dito na rin nanalo nga si John Cena ng 16th title niya. Dito na rin nanalo si Randy Orton ng kanyang second Royal Rumble. And then, na-retain din yung Universal Championship ni Kevin Owens on that time. Pero we're going to talk about that soon. And then, after nga nun, 2 weeks later at the Elimination Chamber, John Cena defended his WWE Championship against 5 other men. That's Baron Corbin, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, AJ Styles, and Bray Wyatt. So, Bray Wyatt won the WWE Championship after last eliminating AJ Styles. And yun yung highlight ng Elimination Chamber of that night. And also, nagkaroon din ng 3 women's match on that event. I think that's 2 or 3. Basta, di ko tanda. Pero sure ko 3 yun. Di ko lang sigurado. And then, yung naalala ko dito na rin nag-umpisa yung storyline ni John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maryse, na medyo natapos nga si WrestleMania in a stupid way na proposal, parang bigay na lang. Parang ganon na ang perspective ko on that story. And then, after the Elimination Chamber, dito na rin nagkumpisa yung turn ni Randy Orton kay Bray Wyatt, since one of the highlights of that WrestleMania was this. Dito na rin nag-turn, sinunog niya yung bahay na ginagamit ni Wyatt as parang tambayan or story na kung saan doon sila nag-start. Sinunog yun ni Orton, and then parang nawala na yung power ni Wyatt on that time. And then, doon na rin nag-umpisa yung story ni Baron Corbin and ni Dean Ambrose. And then, yung murahan, yung bitch word nila Nikki Bella and John Cena kina Maryse and Miz. Dito na rin nag-umpisa yung story ni Alexa Bliss na wala nga siyang kalaban for WrestleMania. And then, hanggang sa nagkaroon siya ng 6-pack challenge and nanalo kasi Naomi on that time. And then, dito na rin nag-umpisa yung storyline ni AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon dahil medyo parang may corruption na daw sa SmackDown at that time. And then, madami pa tayong interesting stories na gusto kong itackle pero hindi ko na pwede itackle. So, let's move on to WrestleMania. Ito yung, para sa akin, isa sa mga turning points of this era. Kasi after this era, I think medyo bumababa na yung feeling ko na and expectations ko na gaganda pa yung SmackDown. So, AJ Styles defeated Shane. And then yung kay Wyatt, Randy Orton defeated Bray Wyatt dahil nga sa Mind Games. And then Naomi became a 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. And then yung John Cena and Nikki Bella defeated The Miz and Maryse yung sa mixed tag match. Nag-propose nga si John kay Nikki pagkatapos. And then yun nga, yung importante na match dito is yung Orton versus Wyatt. Since puro Raw kasi yung dulo nito yung Roman versus Taker, yung Brock versus Goldberg ulit. Raw na yun. And then we got the Superstar Shakeup pagkatapos. So maraming umalis na big stars on Raw, on SmackDown papuntang Raw. Hindi ibig sabihin pumangit na ang SmackDown. Nag-umpisa yung pagpangit ng SmackDown, in my opinion, kasi maraming nawala na big names like si Alexa Bliss, si Ambrose, dala nyo na yung IC title sa Raw. Umalis na din yung, hindi ko tanda, Orton ata umalis din temporarily. And si Bray Wyatt umalis din for good. Pumunta na rin ng Raw since Superstar Shakeup. And then, nag-umpisa na rin dito yung solid run ni Jinder Mahal as WWE Champion. Hindi ko masasabing pangit kasi mas pipiliin ko tong run na to kaysa sa title runs ni Bray Wyatt, ni John Cena na 16th run, and then yung kay Randy Orton combined. Pipiliin ko to kay Jinder kaysa doon. And then also, maraming umalis, marami ding bumalik o pumunta. So, that's Charlotte Si Owens, dala niya yung US title. And then, si Jinder Mahal nga, he won the six-pack challenge to become the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship. And he won the title at Backlash. So, basically, dito na dapat natin tatapusin tong episode na to. Sa run na to ni Jinder Mahal. Kasi, wala na tapos na rin So, basically, we're going to do a follow-up for Raw naman this time, probably by the end of March or by the end of February. And we're going to talk about that soon. So, for now, that's it for today's episode. If may gusto pa kayong i-feature na brand or kahit anong bagay na gusto natin pag-usapan, catch me up on my all of the social media platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And then visit the website, the MTG Show podcastnote.io. Di ko natanda agad yung website. So again, that's the MTG Show podcastpage.io. And then doon natin i-upload yung ilang contents na doon tayo magra-write. Maggagawa din tayo ng one day after reviews. And then yung mga Team Song Tuesdays natin, yung mga commentary natin on that time. And then, baka maggawa na rin tayo ng segments na exclusive lang doon sa page. And then, also follow the podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and IG nga. Yung series na to, Attention to Detail, follow the series on all of the platforms. And then, syempre, listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, sa Anchor, sa website natin, the MTG Show podcast.podcastpage.io, and sa the MTG Show podcast app on Android phones. And my personal accounts, that's at AG Pinera for Twitter and IG. So basically, that's it for today's episode. Sabi ko sa inyo guys, stay safe, stay raso. See you on the next episode. Wag maging tite sa sarili nating bayab. And kung gusto mo, gawin mo, wala kaming pakialam. Then, thank you and see you on the next episode.